Good evening, everybody, and thank you for choosing King Jordan Radio for this Thursday, November 29th, 2012. And happy belated holidays to everybody. And we're going to get right to it. We have Pearl Jr. with us, and here she is. Pearl, how are you?
Fine. How are you, King Jordan?
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was wonderful. How was your Thanksgiving and your birthday?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful, and we definitely had that documentary, which we'll be going over after, and good times. How is it over there in L.A.?
Oh, it's fine out here in L.A. It's a little chilly, but no, we've had middays. It's been kind of warm, so it's nice out here in L.A., but it's still a little bit too cold. I like the hot days, and I like the long sunshine days. I love the sun.
Yeah. Just so the fans that we get new fans every day. They still don't know the truth of the trial. Well, actually, before that, Christmas is coming up soon, and what a way to spend your Christmas if you are a true Michael Jackson fan and you want to know the truth behind the Michael Jackson 2005 molestation trial. Pearl Jr. uncovers it, and Pearl, why don't you tell them how they could get that?
It's called, well, there's two documentaries. They're virtually the same, except for one, they have different bonus footage. And one of them is called Behind the Scenes of the Michael Jackson Trial, and that was the first documentary Elbow Grease Productions had ever produced. And then we got offered a distribution deal, and we repackaged it, put on a new cover, and called it Michael Jackson, The Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop. And both of those are on Amazon.com, or you can just go to MichaelJacksonInsider.com, and then there's links that'll take you there.
Right, and also you have Prudicide, if I'm pronouncing that right?
No, Pseudocide. Nope, the P is silent, like in pneumonia and pseudonym.
Right.
Pseudocide. Did Michael Jackson fake his death to save his life? It's an e-movie book, which is a book in which you can read online as an electronic book, and there's links in it, and you can click the links to where if I'm telling you that Michael's alive, I have to prove it, right? So
right.
I take you to links and videos and articles and everything to support my theory. So it's really a fun read. It's really fun. And you can find out about that at, it starts with a P. It's called Michael Jackson Pseudocide, Pseudocide, Pseudocide. And you can go to MichaelJacksonInsider.com, and that's available on Amazon.com as well.
And, of course, the video DVD is also available. Is that
right.
correct?
Yes, it's called Alive, Is Michael Jackson Really Dead? And it's on Netflix. And the Netflix is just the actual 54-minute documentary. But if you want the bonus footage, which is pretty interesting, a lot of great, more stuff, more things about the death host. Right? You can get the DVD, and that's available on Amazon.com as well. It's called Alive, Is Michael Jackson Really Dead? Just reviewing that, boy, I've done a lot of Michael stuff, huh?
Yes, you have. And let me just say for the record, you didn't come out right after the death announcement and just start Michaeling it. You've been at it since 7 years now, right?
Almost 7.5 since I was a credentialed media for the 2005 trial, and my first day inside that courtroom was the second day of trial. My first day was March 1st, 2005. Yeah, and I was inside the courtroom, and I also was inside the courtroom for the Conrad Murray trial as well.
Right, and we'll get to the Conrad Murray thing later on. Of course, we have some new callers, and we're going to recap some of the stuff we did and some new stuff. Of course, that trial in 2005, you started out there, like the second day?
Second day. The trial started February 28th, and I arrived March 1st, which was the very second day.
And there was something compelling you said on the ID network on Mrs. Jones' show about the sister. Why don't you enlighten our callers about that?
Yeah, you know, over being credentialed media for such a huge media event, for such a mega top superstar, most famous man in the world, you know, once you're in there, you're wowed that you can't believe you're in there, because I had no idea that a series of events was going to lead me to Michael Jackson, which it did. But while I was in, when I first arrived there, I was in what you call the media overflow room in the back, where it was a closed-circuit TV. And I heard Davelin, the accuser's sister, was on the stand, and she said, I didn't know that my father molested me until my mother told me. And I was like, oh my God, she's telling us her mother put her up to it. And as she was being questioned further, she said it again, that she didn't know her father molested her until her mother told her. And I said, oh my goodness. And then at that point, it became more about justice for Michael, because at that point, the little girl was saying, my mother made us do it all. And everything from that point on substantiated Michael's innocence in those allegations. And I was the odd man out. Me and William Wagner were two small media companies, and the smallest out of all the CNNs and CBSs and, you know, BET and all those networks. We were the smallest. I had a little talk show that was available to 1 million people in metropolitan Los Angeles called True Talk, straight out of L.A. And William Wagner did the public access for the Santa Maria area, region. And we both knew that he was innocent, and we would kind of, you know, be in our little sewing circles, and everybody else was hell-bent on seeing Michael crucified, have his image crucified. You know, they were lying, they were misrepresenting, they were being deceptive in their reporting. They were just, it was just horrible to watch. It was horrible to be in the courtroom, hear the facts, hear the truth, and then come drive 2.5 hours home from Santa Maria and hear the reports and hear the distortion and hear what they decided to pick up on, that they could sensationalize it. And I just felt so horribly bad for him. But I was only in the media overflow room for one segment of the first day. After the first break, on when I was there, I got to be in the courtroom ever since. So I was in the courtroom, you know, as many times as I wanted during the course of the 13-week trial.
So prosecution was alleging that Michael Jackson molested Gavin after the documentary, after all the smoke, after everybody's trying to get an interview with the Arvizios. Isn't that accurate?
Well, you know, they never really had a date, which is really crazy. There was never really a date of when it happened. Yeah, but apparently it was supposed to be after that, which is absurd. You know, the whole case became absurd, that Michael was going to